Alright, I know I had told you guys that I didn't have any more best friends, and I sincerely feel bad about not including this one guy who is most likely one of my greatest friends. Me, him, and Busky were actually a trio back in the day. I can see myself recording in my own recording from my glasses, reflecting back from my recording. Um, anyway, this guy's name is Christian Kun, right? Me, him, and Busky growing up, we were like inseparable. We all went to high school together. Wow. Not very often I go without my glasses and try to actually do something. What do you guys think? Do I look good without my glasses? I think I do. Of course, I can't really see myself at all. That's why I think I look good. Of course, I got some pretty nasty crow's feet going on. It's what happens whenever you live in modern America. Anyway, that's why I wear these, to cover that up. See, you can't see that over the reflection of myself. Anyway, me, Busky, and Christian Kun were absolutely inseparable in high school. I didn't know Christian Kun as long as I knew Busky, but we were all pretty damn good friends. So, being friends in high school, eventually my mother found out that Christian Kun, he was not a bad person, but his brothers had actually been killed in a gunfight. And it made a lot of controversy in the small town that we were living in. So she ended up saying I was not allowed to hang out with that guy anymore. Well, that didn't stop me. I ended up hanging out with him like on a daily basis. He ended up taking up the name John. Like, we gave him the name John specifically so I could hang out with him. Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend John. I'll see y'all later. And he ended up like cutting his hair and getting shaved and whatnot so people wouldn't really recognize him at first. But despite my mother telling me that I couldn't see one of my greatest friends, it didn't stop me. I still went and I saw him very often. He used to hang out at his cousin's house who lived right beside the high school. It was so convenient. I didn't have to immediately go from school to home. I had this place that I could go to hang out that was right there. It was fantastically convenient. So basically every day, me, him, and Busky would go hang out at his cousin's house, you know, playing Xbox, eating junk food, doing all the things that typical teenagers would do. I remember one time, this kind of goes into a paranormal story, but I was sleeping in the bedroom of his cousin's house, and I'm not entirely sure what happened because I was sleeping, but I woke up on the ground on the other side of the room. They said apparently they were hearing some sort of voices, and they were like illuminating right above me, and then all of a sudden I was thrown across the room and smashed into the closet, and sure as hell, whenever I woke up, I was inside of that closet and in a lot of pain, probably from being thrown across the room. One of our favorite places to hang out was the graveyard that was in our small town. I remember once me and Busky decided to blindfold ourselves and try and walk there through town blindfolded. Now, it's about a 10-mile walk. We walked far. We walked like all day status to get to this graveyard, and we did it blindfolded. I can't tell you how many times we were almost killed. But see, we had Christian Kun with us. He was supposed to be our guide, however, he was not. He took full and malicious advantage of us being blindfolded. Like, I remember one time, while we were blindfolded, he said, "Hey, Sean, look out! There's a car coming, quick, step to your left." So I stepped to my left, and I stepped right into this tree. Like, I went flying to the left, and I smashed right into this tree. And fall down on the ground like, "Ah, you're a fucking dick." And he was like, yeah, I know. Like I remember one time he told us both to stop walking, and Busky was standing in an ant pile. Oh, that one was actually pretty mean, but it didn't stop us. So eventually we get to this graveyard. By now it's like dark. There's like a main road right beside the graveyard. There was like no one on that road, so we were pretty safe walking down it. But still, the fact that it was dark, and see, me and Busky weren't really scared of the graveyard at night, but we were definitely uncomfortable there at night. At least in our very early years we were. So Christian Kun thought it would be funny to set us up in like the very beginning of the graveyard and have us just walking a straight line. We didn't realize we were in the graveyard yet. We thought we were still like a mile away or something. But he had us walk into the graveyard all the way to the back. This was a huge, huge graveyard, mind you. Like absolutely massive graveyard. So we walk all the way to the back, and in the back there is like all the really old graves that no one goes to visit anymore. They're like from the 1700s. Like this graveyard is ridiculously large. And these graves are like in the woods. So eventually we realized we're no longer hearing Christians, so we decided to ourselves, where the hell did he go? Let's go ahead and just take off these blindfolds. So we take them off. We're in the middle of the graveyard at night. So we start to panic and run. And we to this day have not properly got Christian back for doing that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. My stories are typically pretty damn quick. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did and you want to hear more, please like, subscribe, and share. If you guys want to tell me any stories, by all means, put them in the comments. I'll read them. Hell, man, I might, do some live stories or live readings of the stories if they're good enough. If you guys entertain me enough, I might just do it. Guys, please have a fantastic day. Like, you never know if tomorrow is not going to be a fantastic day. So make sure today is a fantastic day. And hopefully you will see tomorrow to make tomorrow fantastic too.